Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will discuss the continuation or the fluid flow of major system, the continuation of the previous discussion. So this discussion is taken from STCW function 1 Marine Engineering at the operational level with the competence of operation, surveillance, performance, assessment, and maintaining safety of propulsion plant and auxiliary machinery. Our QOP, which is knowledge, understanding, and proficiency. The efficient operation, surveillance, performance assessment, and maintaining safety of propulsion plant and auxiliary machinery. So this topic is a topic for week 7 with the subject IChem, Industrial Chemistry and Tribology. So our learning outcome, at the end of this lesson, the students should be able to explain how pipes are supported to reduce vibration, name the materials used for the construction of pipes, carrying the fluids. So we have here the introduction, overview of pipe installation. Piping runs are all subject to an amount of vibration. It is excessive vibration that will cause the failure of the pipe and the components connected to it. Anti-vibration measures can be put in place to prevent this, and this can be put into the categories inline and hanging. The inline are usually comprised of resilient materials in a section enclosed by 2 flanges. The hanging types are mainly sprung or spring, and incorporate pipe supports and clamps, as well as anti-vibration components, pipe guides, supports, along with expansion joints and bends are required to obtain the optimum efficiency from the piping run. So we have here an example. So there are 2 basic categories of anti-vibration components, this being inline and hanging. So inline devices, we have here bellows. This consists of a set of accordion-like steel bellows that are designed and rated for different weights of piping. The bellows are encompassed between 2 flanges used to bolt the component into piping run. So we have here the flanges. You see, this is flanges, this is flange, and we have here the connecting to pipe work. So this is pipe work, as well as to the other side. So we have here the steel bellows vibration eliminator component. So this one, this is bellows, or in other application, in other machine, this is called expansion joint. For example, in the exhaust of the engine, so this is called expansion joint, but here this is called bellows. So this is the typical installation of steel bellows insert. Phase used to eliminate pipe vibration. So we have here the race phase flanges on the bellows phase. So this one, during ship vibration, for example, the vibration of the ship due to a big waves or rough sea, there's a lot of vibration, and also during maneuvering, during arrival in port and departure from port. So during maneuvering has a lot of vibration. So if there is no bellows, this one in the pipe, your pipe will be surely cracked or cut because there is no play between the joints, so cannot move, so it will break, the pipe will break. So this is the purpose of the bellows. So this is inline devices because you see the pipe work to the left side and to the right side is inline or in straight line, so this is called inline devices bellows. So another, we have here the rubber molded section. So this comprises an oval molded section between two flanges that are used to bolt the component into the pipework. The molded rubber protrudes through the flanges and is used as a gasket. So here you have again the connecting to pipework, and to the other side also here this is connected to pipework. So we have here the molded rubber vibration eliminator component. So this one is the rubber. So this is the typical installation of the molded rubber insert, is used to eliminate pipe vibration. So without this rubber coupling, the pipe will break or crack during the vibration. As I said earlier, during the rough sea, there are a lot of vibration of the ship, and during also the maneuvering of the ship, arrival and departure from port is a lot of vibration. So without this rubber coupling, the pipe will break. Your bolt here, the joint in the flange will be cut, will break here, you see. So this pipe will play a big role to eliminate vibration of the pipe. So to avoid a pipe crack or cut, so it will be installed with a rubber molded rubber coupling. So another example. So those mentioned a while ago, here is an example of inline devices, which is bellows and the rubber molded coupling. So next we have here the hanging devices. So why this is called hanging devices? As you can see here in the drawing, this is in the hanging position. So here this is called sprung hanger, or there is a spring. So the device is designed to incorporate a pipe, support and clamp. The springs are rated for various types of pipe, anti-vibration control being adjustable through a set of lock nuts on the threaded bar hangers. So here, as you can see, you have here the, for example, this is a bulkhead or the structure. And here, this is inserted channel and a second horizontal tie welded to structure. So this is welded here, the structure. So it probably welded to the bulkhead or to the beam. So this one, or in the post. So here you have a stud here. See, this stud, threaded stud. This is mounted here, both sides. And we have here the pipe clamp. You see, this one is a clamp, the upper clamp and the lower clamp. So this one is a new print wrap. So inside here, different wrap. So this is a rubber. So between pipe and clamp. So this one, the black one. And here you have the bolt, you see, to hold the clamp. And here you have the spring adjusting lock nuts, this one, both sides. So you have here the spring caps. And we have the springs are colored. Color coded to identify rated load. So here, so this is the spring here. So as here the name is sprung hanger. So because of the use of the spring, so adjusted to manufacturer's recommended gap. So here, so the maker. So this is the spring, and this pipe support is, this is a spring pipe support used to pipe vibration. So is hanging devices or hanging type. See, so this eliminate the vibration of the pipe during the ruptures, during the ship is vibrating, and during the maneuvering, arrival and departure in port is a lot of vibration. So this one will prevent the vibration of the pipe. So of course, you cannot eliminate the vibration 100%, but you can reduce the vibration with these devices. So next, we have also here the hanging, the example of hanging devices. So we have here a spring compensator. So a spring compensator, this design also incorporates a pipe support, but only one spring is used between the structure and the piping. The compensating spring is held within a casing and is adjustable using battle, screws, or some such method. These are available in numerous ratings to suit most piping applications. So as you can see here in this illustration, so we have here the supporting steelwork. So this one is welded to the structure. It probably welded to the ceiling. And then there is an I-beam here. So it is bolted. So here we have the spring loaded compensator. Compensator are adjusted to manufacturer's recommended rated load. And we have here the compensator adjusters and lock nuts. So this one here. And we have here the pipe clamp bolted to compensator clips. So this one. And we have here the neoprene wrap between pipe and clamp. So this one is inside. So this is an arrangement of a spring compensator pipe vibration eliminator. So this is sample of hanging devices, because as you can see here, this is in hanging position. So here, this one is a indicator wherein you can adjust the compensator, adjuster, and lock nuts here. So you adjust here, so you can see the indicator here. So this device can prevent or can reduce the pipe vibration. So it's not 100%, but it's a big help to remove or eliminate the pipe vibration, to avoid breakage of the pipe and its fittings. So this is the use of the spring compensator. So another, we have here the different types of pipes. So we have cast iron pipe, GI pipe, or galvanized pipe. So we have the wrought iron pipe. So this is galvanized iron pipe, wrought iron pipe, steel pipe, copper pipe, and plastic pipe. So this is an example of cast iron pipe. So cast iron pipe is widely used for water distribution systems because of its high resistance to corrosion and consequent long life. Cast iron pipe is made from pig iron or iron. So this one, as explained here, this is used for water distribution system. So it's either seawater, either fresh water, so for as long as for water distribution system. So we have here also a galvanized iron pipe or galvanized iron pipe. So, or in short, we call this one GI pipes. So the GI pipes are made of mild steel sheet. Each lengthwise joint is welded same type. So GI pipe is used to supply water, gas, or any other liquid in a ship. So this one is a GI pipe. So here, just remember that the application of GI pipe can be used for the supply of water, gas, and any other liquid. So a lot of application GI pipes. It can be seawater, it can be fresh water, it can be steam, and the cooling water, the engine. A lot of application can be used also for the air. So a lot of application of the GI pipe. So remember, this pipe is a mild steel sheet, made of mild steel sheet. Next, we have here also a wrought iron pipe. So wrought iron pipe, these types of pipes are like GI pipe. or galvanized iron pipes. So they are also used to carry water, gas, or certain other liquid from the one place to another. So the only difference between the wrought iron pipe and the GI pipe is that wrought iron pipes are prepared by welding wrought iron sheet. In addition, seamless pipes are also made. So the weight of such pipe is less. Cutting, threading, and bending of this pipe is quite easy. To join such pipe, following joints are used. So when you join this type of pipe, this is most here most likely to join this pipe is most likely by welding. So this pipe is also used for hydraulic fluid, hydraulic oil, because this is a high pressure pipe. So in the ship also we call this one a block pipe, used for hydraulic. So as you can see, the thickness is thicker than the other pipe. So this is for high pressure. So this is called a wrought iron pipe. Next, we have here the steel pipe. So steel pipes are used to carry water, gas, or certain other liquid from one place to another, to the other under pressure. These pipes are made from steel sheets. Small pipes have welded joint along the length, which is not visible. Large pipes have riveted joint or welded joint. After making such pipe, they are dipped in zinc solution. This action is called galvanizing and is used to prevent the pipe from rusting. So, as the statement says here, these pipes are made from steel sheets. Small pipes have welded along the length, which is not visible. So inside here, or here outside, when the pipe is fabricated, during the fabrication of the pipe, the whole length here to the other end they are welded, but you cannot see. They are not visible, but the fabrication, they are welded here through the length, throughout the length. So from other end to the other end. So remember the application of this pipe. So in making also this, after making such pipe, they are also dipped in zinc solution. So this zinc solution will result in the so-called galvanizing. So what is the purpose of the galvanizing? So it is used to prevent the pipe from rusting or corrosion. So that's steel pipe. So application is carry water, gas also. So water is either seawater, fresh water, cooling water, the distilled water, the gas, the steam, or a certain liquid from one place to another, to the other under pressure. So we have also here the copper pipe. So as you can see here, this is copper pipe. So copper pipes are made of small diameter. As So most of the copper pipe are in small diameter. So meaning the size of the pipe here, the diameter, the circle diameter here, or the nominal diameter, we call it nominal diameter. So small diameter. So since a copper does not admit rust, so these pipes are durable. However, as copper is costly, therefore they are used in limited places. These types of pipes are generally used to carry hot water or steam. They do not bend or sag even at high temperature. Copper is a mild metal, mild also or soft. Therefore, copper pipes can be bent easily. They are joined by flange joint and union joints. So this one, because this is soft or mild, this pipe. So this is used in, for example, capillary tubes, capillary piping, the tracing line of the steam. This is used for some the most pressure gauges in engine room machinery, in a repair plant. So what else? This is used in of course the line for the pressure remote pressure gauges. So example, from the engine to engine control room. This one can carry can be applied to also to air pipe. So a small pipe for the use to connect to the pressure gauge. This one can be used. So in these types of pipes are generally used to carry hot water. So hot water and or steam. So the steam pressures going to the control room. This one can be used as a line pipe going to the control room to carry the steam pressure. Carry also the hot water also can be used. So the problem of this pipe is the disadvantage is this pipe is expensive pipe or costly. So this is copper pipe. Now we have here the plastic pipe. So as you can see here, this is plastic. So these pipes which includes rubber and PVC. So PVC is a polyvinyl, I forgot the letter C. So PVC pipes are used for supply water, acidic water and alkaline water. Hot water should not be carried out. These pipes are used using a thread joint or socket is joined with a solution, socket or coupling or threaded coupling. So such pipes are not rusted. They are light in weight. Cutting, bending and jointing are easy for these pipes. These types of pipes have good resistance against electric current. They become useless on increasing temperature. They also become useless on being tempered by nail, etc. Because if you apply this one in high temperature, this one will melt. So this is useless in an increasing temperature. But it's good. This can handle water which is acidic water and alkaline water. So the problem is hot water. This one cannot be carried. So this is rarely used on the ship. So this is used only in a freshwater system. For example, the production water from the freshwater generator from reverse osmosis. So this one can be used. So in a water system that in producing freshwater on board the ship, this one can be used, but not in the high temperature. So in the freshwater production only. So this is a plastic pipe. So in a residential building, commercial building, so they are using this one. But on the ship, it's very rare. So this is plastic pipe. So for the recap of this discussion, so we have discussed the following. So we discussed the how pipes, or we explain how pipes are supported to reduce vibration. So we learned that there are two categories of the pipe support. So the inline devices and the hanging devices. We have the inline devices, the rubber coupling, rubber molded coupling, and bellows, so steel bellows for the inline devices. And we have for the hanging devices, we have the spring compensator. So we have also the sprung hanger. So and so that one, if we go back, so sprung hanger, spring compensator. So we also discussed the name of the materials used for the construction of the pipes carrying fluids. So we learned that we have different types of pipes and different materials. So here we have the cast iron pipe, we have the GI pipe, we have the wrought iron pipe, the steel pipe, and the copper pipe, and the plastic pipe. So for different application. So for the next meeting, so what to do next meeting? So for the next meeting, we will have a short quiz for the given discussion, and after the quiz, we will discuss the following. So this topic, we will explain the procedures available for testing fuels and lubricants, including viscosity, water and oil, density, 4-point total base number or TBN, microbiological contamination, and other contamination. So we will discuss the topic on the next meeting. So I will end my discussion here because this is done. So don't forget to click like and share my video, and also don't forget to subscribe so that you will be updated for my next video. And also don't forget to click the notification button so that it will be automatically, if there is a new video, it will be automatically come out in your screen when you are connected to the internet, so you will know there is a new video in this subject. So hope to see you on my next video, and thank you for watching.